Lovely. 3 words have been covered up then. So let's have a look. Who can tell me one? Leo?
Minuend.
Minuend. Not on this one, that was the old one. Remember, we've changed it. We've got bar chart, pictogram.
Oh, I know.
I liked how you remembered from the one we did last week, though. That's a really good memory.
I know it. Less than.
Less than. Which one?
It's the one underneath table.
Underneath table. Let's have a look.
You stole my
Correct.
word.
Less than. Daisy?
Line graph.
Line graph. Which one's line graph?
And the bar chart.
I think it's that one next to the bar chart. Correct. I've got one missing.
Oh.
Daisy?
Altogether.
All together.
Yeah.
Good girl. Well done. Brilliant memory. Nice stuff.
Oh,
Okay. Let's get ourselves started for today then. So those children at home, you can have a go at this. When you come back, we're going to start looking at how to solve these problems. If you're not sure and you don't know how to solve them, just skip over to the next part of the video and I'll show you how we're going to solve them because this is quite hard today. Okay. So, those children at home, if you haven't worked it out, don't worry because we're going to work this one out together. We're going to do it in class as well because we haven't worked it out here either. Now, these questions are quite difficult. They're not easy questions, and that's why I'm happy for you to do them with me, and I'll show you how we will work them out. Because both of these questions aren't just reading the graph or reading our table and then just writing our answer. There's going to be some working out we've got to do for these, and that's why they're a bit harder today. So, first one, we're going to focus on that very first question. Just that question A. We're going to forget question B for now. We're just going to focus on question A. So I've got here, my question is, how much more money did year 3 and 4 make compared to year 5 and 6? Well, that's quite a confusing question to start with. It's a bit hard because it's asking me, well, what year groups am I focusing on? What year groups am I focusing on? Leo?
Year 3 and 4.
I'm focusing on year 3 and 4, as well as, who else?
Year 5 and 6.
Year 5 and 6. Well, I'm focusing on all 4 of them, aren't I?
Yeah.
Well done, yeah. So what we've got to do for this question, I've given you a little bit of a hint here as well. For my first part, I've got to focus on year 3 and 4. Well,
Year 5 and 6.
just hold on, thank you. I've got to focus on year 3 and 4 just to start with. Well, before I'm able to work out and do my comparison, I've got to work out how much year 3 and 4 and year 5 and 6 made together. Well, to do that, I've got to work out each one and then add them together to get my total. So let's have a look. How much did year 3 make? Someone tell me, how much did year 3 make? Because the top of my bar isn't actually on the hundreds, but then it's not on 120. It's halfway between 100 and 120. Well, what number comes halfway between 100 and 120? Ellie Mae?
150.
Not 150.
110.
110. Good boy. And what have I got to make sure it's got at the start? 110 pounds, because we're working in money. Good. So that's year 3's money. How much did year 4 make? Year 4's a little bit easier, this one, because it's on the line. Robin?
We made 120.
100, not 130. Read again.
120.
120. Good girl. 120. Well, what is 110 add 120? Daisy? 230 pounds. Good girl. Nice. So we know that year 3 and year 4 together made £230. Wonderful. Well, now I've got to do the same thing, but for which year groups have I got to do the same thing for? Ellie Mae? Year 5 and year 6. You do it on your whiteboards for me. Do this, but for year 5 and 6. So how much did year 5 make? How much did year 6 make? How much did they make together? Show me on your whiteboards, please. Show me on your white. So, how much did year 5 make, please? Someone tell me. Robin?
Year 5 made 130.
They made £130. How much did year 6 make? Jacob?
£70.
They made £70. If I add both of those numbers together, what answer do I get? Robin?
You get 200 because you just have to add 7 and 3, which is 10.
Good, yeah, 200. Yeah, because 70 onto 130 is 200.
two answers together?
Now this is what we're going to do, because what does it say next underneath? I don't think you can quite see it because of the camera there, Lily. But what it says next is, we then subtract the two answers, because... Oh, it should be we then, not when then. Because when it has compared, when we have compared, it means we're going to be doing a subtraction. Well, let's have a look then. I've done it on my next page. 230 take away 200. 230 take away 200, because the 230 is how much year 3 and 4 made, and the 200 is how much year 5 and 6 made. So 200 take away, or 230 take away 200, what's my answer? We can have a look at that in just a minute. Wonderful, fantastic, yeah. My answer is 30 squirrels, yeah?
No, 30 pounds.
30 pounds.
And you've got to put your pounds in 230.
I did, I forgot my pounds on these two as well, yeah, nice. So who made the more money? Who made the most money?
Year 5. Year 4 and 3.
Year 3 and 4, good, yeah, years 3 and 4, they made the most money. They made £30 more than year 5 and 6. Good stuff. Have a wipe those boards off. We're going to have a look at the second one now. We're going to have a look at our next one.
Did you follow that?
I'll work with you at the moment. We'll work together. Let's have a look then. So the second question. This time, if year 4 sold their cakes, because that's what they were selling cakes. If they sold their cakes for £2 each, £2 each, how many cakes did they sell? Hard question. Now, I put at the bottom here, to answer a question like this, we need to take the total amount of money made and divide this by the amount people paid for a cake. So how much did year 4 make? How much money did year 4 make?
I've already done the answer now.
Sorry, I've got some people shouting out and it's not helping the lesson. Sorry, Robin, try again.
Year 4 made £120.
Year 4 made £120. And it says I've got to divide it by the amount people paid for a cake. Well, how much did people pay for a cake? How much was one cake? Casca? It was £2. So it means I've got to do 120 divided by 2.
120 is... Oh, I know the answer.
120? No. 120 divided by 2. Well, it's quite a hard one, that, because I don't know my 120 times table. But I could make it easier for myself. Could make it easier for myself. What I've done is I've divided it by 10, so I've covered up one of my zeros. I've covered up my 0. So I've now got 12 divided by 2. Well, what is 12 divided by 2? What do I have to multiply twice to get 12? 6, yeah. 12 divided by 2 is 6. What's 6 times 10? 60.
Yeah, because the answer is 60.
So my answer is
60.
60.
Yeah.
Then you can lunch list and you haven't done the register. Or the people in the lunch list will, so it's not £60, it's 60 cakes. 60, can you put cakes? It's 60 cakes. Yeah, he's crossed off his time, but it's 60 cakes. You're not London anyway, are you? Register.
I do.
Is that alright?
Everyone's here, I'll do it in a moment.
Okay.
Yeah, no worries.
Oh,
Oh, I've got to put cakes, you're right, yeah, not pounds, because I put pounds up there, but I meant to put. They sold 60 cakes, correct. They could have sold anything, couldn't they, Ella? Could have sold horses, donkeys, goodness me, who knows?
They could have.
So they sold 60 cakes, so yeah, 120 divided by 2. We can always make things easier. If you ever have a number that's in our hundreds, we can always make it smaller for ourselves. We can cover up that 0. I can do 12 divided by 2. Well, that's easier. I know my 12 times table quite easily. I know my 60s as well. That will help me. So it's 60 cakes. They sold 60 cakes. These questions are hard. Okay? This is because we're now getting to that very top start part of our statistics now. Very high stuff. So we're going to be working on that for the next little bit. I've got some questions. Okay, that we're going to go through. I've got a worksheet I'm going to print off and give to you as well. Okay, so don't worry. Like I said, it's going to be hard. So if you need help, please put your hand up, because that's what I'm here for. That's what Mrs. Gale's here for. We're going to come around and we'll help you as much as we can. Okay, it's fine if you don't know. We're going to do this today, and we're doing it again tomorrow as well. So if you don't know it today, we'll focus again on it tomorrow. We're going to work on it. Okay? Sometimes we don't always get things straight away. It takes time. So, I'll give you the worksheet. Those children at home, you have a go yourselves. Have a go at the questions. Do your best. Come back and see what the answers are afterwards and how we solve these questions. Okay, we're going to go through these answers together. To those children at home, like I said to the children in class as well, don't worry if you get some of these questions wrong to start with. These are hard questions, and these are things that we've only done once so far. We've only done it for the first time today, so it's fine to get some things wrong, and it's okay, because tomorrow we're going to do some more of this, and we're going to work on it, and we're going to build up, and we'll be able to start getting these questions right. I was very impressed with those children in class today, I must say, because some of them got on with it straight away and answered some of the really hard questions on their own. So I am very impressed with lots of you in class, all of you actually. Okay, and I'd be just impressed with those children at home if they've done these as well. So let's have a look then. So we've got, how much money did Maple make compared to Willow? Freya, what do I need to do for this one? Because we spoke about that word compared. What's that a hint for? Yeah, we're going to do a subtraction. If my question has compared in, 9 times out of 10 it means we're going to be doing a subtraction. There's only on a very, very small chance will it be where we're adding. Most of the time it will always be subtraction. We're always going to be taking away. So what did I need to do for this one then? What did I need to do for this one? Someone tell me what I needed to do. Daisy.
Well, you had to figure out what Maples and Willows money was, and
Yeah.
how much they sold. And then you have to subtract them.
Good, yeah. So how much did Maple make?
135.
Yeah, £135. And I'm taking away how much Willow made. How much did Willow make?
65.
And we're taking away £65. So how much more money did Maple make?
£70.
£70 was what the answer was. £70. Good. Well done. Give yourself a tick or change that answer in purple pen if you haven't got that one right. It's okay. It's fine. Those children at home, I don't want you just editing answers. Please do show me what you did first of all, and then show me your corrections afterwards if you haven't got it. Don't worry about it. Let's look at the next one. How much more money did Ash how much money did Ash and Oak make together? How much money did they make all together? What have I got to do for this one, Robin?
You've got to look at how much money Ash has got.
Yep.
And he's got £105.
Not 105, 100 and... Oh no, sorry, I've read that wrong. 105, you're right.
And Oak has got... Oak's got 115.
Good.
And then you have...
And I have to do what?
You have to add 105 and 115 together.
Yeah.
And the answer would be £220.
Yeah, the answer is £220. Good stuff, yeah. What's the clue in this sentence? What's the clue in this question, Lily, to suggest that I've got to add them together? All together, yeah, it's that word, all together, tells me I'm adding. Good. Now this one was really hard, wasn't it? This one was really hard. Because there was lots of bits to this one, wasn't there? There wasn't just one simple add, there wasn't just a simple take away, there were lots of things. So what did we have to do for this one to start with? What did I have to do first of all? Freya?
You had to do you had to see how much Mabel had and Ash, and then add those together.
How much did Maple and Ash say? So I have to find out how much Maple had, how much Ash had, and add them together. How much did they have together?
250.
250. I just want to double check that one, because Maple's got 135, Ash has got 105.
I did 100.
How much have they got? 135 and 105. How much would that be?
Would it be £240?
240.
Yeah. I did 150.
Yeah, I did see.
I did too.
So that's 240 for those two. Well, I've got to then do the same, haven't I, Casca, for Oak and Willow. I've got to find out how much they've both made, add their number together, and find out what they made all together. So how much did Oak make?
Oak made 115.
Willow made?
65. So the answer when you put them together is 180.
Good. So that's just the first part of my problem, isn't it? What have I now got to do? Because I found out what both sets of children have made together. What have I got to find out how much more money Maple and Ash made compared to Oak and Willow? What have I got to do now? What's my last part I've got to do? Not quite add them together, because there's a hint in this one that says compared. So we're going to do a subtraction. I'm going to take 180 away from 240 to give me the answer of... Daisy?
£60.
£60, yeah.
I thought it was something. Yeah.
£60. If you had that one as 250 and then took away 180, then it would have been 70, but it's not. The answer should be here, 240. If you've got that first bit wrong, then this last bit would be wrong. That's why it's important we check our answers.
I got that bit right.
Good.
We still doing
D. D, this one's a little bit easier now. It was very hard, a bit easier, and then we've got a hard one to finish. Freya, what have I got to do for this one? How much less money did Willow make compared to Maple?
Got to take away.
Good, yeah, I'm going to do a take away again. What am I going to take away? How much money did Maple make?
135.
Maple made 135. And I'm taking away how much Willow made. How much did Willow make?
65.
65. What's my answer?
70.
£70, yeah.
It's just like the other one. It's like how much more money did Maple make compared to Willow? It's just yeah.
Similar again, isn't it? There's lots of similarities. Well, this one here then. This one here.
I know the answer.
If the children sold the cakes for £5 each, how many cakes did Willow sell? Well, for this one, we needed to find out how much Willow made. Well, we know she's made £65.
Times taken.
And then we just divide by 5. So we do 65.
I've got an easier way if you know your 5 times tables.
Or yeah, as you just said there, Casca, what we could also do is we can just count up in our 5s until we get to 65 and then we know the answer.
Yeah.
What is my answer if I count up in 5s, Freya?
13.
Yeah, we know that she sold 13 cakes. Thank you, Casca. Well done to everyone, and well done to those children at home. Thank you for doing today's lesson, and well done. Don't worry if you've got some of those wrong and you need to do them again or do improvements. We're going to work on this a little bit more. Okay? Brilliant.